What's up, everybody? It's your favorite little guy with a big mouth, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Magic Square Huffer. This is all known to me from Robert D, and I don't think there's much left to talk about. Let's get started. Accessory-wise, he comes with this gun, which is sculpted well enough, not painted, and it's a little cheesy. But what I want to talk about with this is just it's a tight fit. As you saw, he holds it just fine, but it's a tight fit, and it uses just this long, skinny peg. So be careful. That looks like a disaster waiting to happen. So use caution. And let's look at the figure. So the head, let's take a look. Ball peg. A lot of times Magic Square uses just a stem and a swivel, but this is actually a ball peg. The ball peg goes into the chest or upper area here. And so you get decent range. You get the swivel, a little bit down, a little bit up. Head sculpt is nice. And then it uses light piping, which is a stupid idea because you have this thing over top of it, so you're never going to be able to use the light piping. He's always going to look like somebody turned him off. Paint is done well, though, as is the paint on the top of the cab and all that kind of stuff, which we'll talk about more in truck mode. We have a hinge here at the shoulder that comes out to a ball peg to the shoulder itself. And that works well, gets you out to 90 degrees, and you can rotate it around. No issues. Single hinged elbow, gets you 90 degrees. Bicep swivel is built in right above that. No issues. Wrist swivel. No issues. Chest, we have this blue painted on. Looks very nice. And we have a waist swivel. We also have an ab crunch. Just forward though, not backward. But that's, I think, what most people would prefer. So they really do pack a lot into these guys. This also feels a little bit better materials wise. Not unlike the Cyclonus. This feels kind of closer to that than some of their other stuff they've put out. Full Van Damme. Full Monty on T-jointed ball joints. Thigh swivel at a cut joint, full range. Knee hinge, single joint, 90 degrees. Couple, this is a pin, I think, actually, but there it is. I knew there was a little bit of accident there somewhere. Ankles, no real tilt, but you do get an insane rocker. Once again, most of these Magic Square figures have rockers that are out of control. I mean, they're awesome, except for that Cyclonus, which was a bummer. And then there it is from the back. So, good looking figure. Size comparison wise, there it is with Iron Factory Jazz and a Hasbro Legend. So you might even say this guy's a little small, but at the same time, he was a mini bot, so I think it works. All right, let's get him transformed. So the first thing you want to do is turn at the bicep swivel so that the flat part of the hand is facing and the little notch is facing out. So you're basically turning it a quarter turn to the inside. Then you can open up this flap here, turn the head around 180, and then rock the entire shoulder piece, which is connected to this blue area here. Just be mindful. Down. And that'll help get all of that out of the way, and then we'll start working underneath the cab. Rotate the wheels that are tucked underneath the cab to the outside so that they tab into the space where the shoulders once were. Then you can bring down your cab and then rotate your arms up so that they tab in to the back of the cab. Rotate the waist 180. The legs, you want to take the foot and untab it from the top part. Bring that around. Bring this top section around, which has a little bit of a hard time getting unstuck. That also goes around. And you have to clear this peg. So you need it at like a certain angle so that it'll slip through, so to speak. Then you use this same notch here to connect the side of it. And then this piece comes around to the back. And then you just have to do that again. Open up here. Give yourself enough space where you can slip this top cover through and around. Bring this around, and then you can tab in the legs, tab in the foot, close that up. I'll clean them up. We'll take a look at them. And honestly, I think it's awesome. I think the transformation is awesome. It's fun. It's intuitive. Like, it's interesting. I dig it. I dig it an awful lot. It rolls. I don't know what else you'd want it to do. I'd say it's pretty much perfect. We got some paint detailings here on the bottom of the foot just to add to the stylization on the outside of the truck. That's a little bit of care there. I dig stuff like that. This is probably my favorite Magic Square piece to date. So very well done. Final thoughts wise, my only negatives or complaints really is that the stem is scary on the gun. It just seems like a problem waiting to happen. And some of the tolerances are a little snug, but that's it. This thing is sculpted well. The engineering is great. The paint is great. The playability is there. It's a fun transformation. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite Legends I've messed with, I think. It's awesome. So yeah, it's a recommend from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.